morning, and welcome to our morning take. My name is Frank Johnson.
And I'm Abraham Lawrence.
And I'm Nick Seaman.
And our goal here is to describe for you the movie that is going on in our head when we read the Bible. Today is Monday. You know how much I hate Mondays.
How much do you hate Mondays?
It's August the 7th. My vacation is almost over. I literally have to report to school next week. Mm-hmm. This is episode number 151. So we've got the preliminaries all out of the way. I have completed my task.
That is awesome. Krista will be proud.
That's right. News. We've got news for our morning take listeners, the faithful. We are going to have T-shirts very soon, probably within the next couple of weeks. They're going to look really pretty. They're going to look really sharp. They're going to be a light sandy color, an off-white beige kind of thing, and the logo is going to be the dark brown coffee stain. That says our morning take, and then on the back of the shirt it's going to say get the movie in your head, or get the movie going in your head.
Oh, get the movie in your head.
Whatever it's on the
coolest thing about it is if you spill coffee on yourself, it looks like you just support us even more. It's like, man, that's a diehard fan.
This is your morning take shirt, yeah. So there you go. So that's kind of cool, huh?
Yes.
I have hands and feet shirts too, but I think the podcast shirts will probably sell better this year. How you doing, Nick?
Doing all right.
I know that you just celebrated, in real time, you just celebrated your anniversary and your birthday, and that was kind of good.
Yeah.
That was back July, whatever that was, 31st. Yeah. What was your birthday?
21st.
21st, yeah. That's right.
So this last weekend, and we got back Monday evening.
You went to Myrtle?
Yes.
Did you take all the kids?
Nope, just me and the wife.
So it was a good anniversary.
Yes.
All right, awesome.
Zing!
Who took care of the kids?
They stayed with their Nana.
I thought maybe Sophie did it herself.
Yeah.
By the way,
they could take care of themselves, but they had a good time at Nana's, and her and their G-Paw, they always entertain them real well and everything, so they had a great time themselves.
why didn't you name your oldest Jor-El? That way I'd know that one. I know it starts with a J.
That is too funny. How many years you been married, Nick?
20 years.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. So what is it? Tell me again one more time. The J.
Julia.
What's the other J?
Joey.
Joey. So Joey and Julia. Yeah. And then Sophie. Sophie I've got down now. I got Sophie. I don't know why. I like Sophie. Sophie's Choice was actually a cool movie. I like that movie too. Anyway, girls, y'all pop out a little bit and say hi to everybody. Wave to everybody. Okay, that might have worked. I don't know. We're on a little bit of a delay here, so I have no idea. I don't think so, though, but it doesn't matter. All right, Abe, what's going on in your world, buddy? Everything good?
Oh, nothing much. Just
all right, we're done. We're on page.
Getting ready for back to school.
You said you hate the car rider line.
Oh, yeah, I definitely do.
I caught that in the podcast.
Yeah, I definitely. I used to always call you from the car rider line, too, because I'm just like, man, these people are just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's so true.
Pray for me.
We were kind of trying to figure out exactly where we were, but I'm pretty sure that we had not covered the story of Jacob wrestling the second time, and that's in the end of chapter 32. I think I left you Friday with, we were going to whet your appetite with a little bit of chapter 32. We started it, Genesis chapter 32. If you want to read along with us, we're in chapter 32, verse 1. Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God met him. That's kind of important. That doesn't happen to everybody every day.
No, sure it doesn't.
I've never had the angels of God show up with me that I could see.
Yeah.
Very, very good, though. That might have actually been with me.
Yeah, unless you were entertaining angels unaware.
Yeah. I was in a 7-Eleven in a gunfight for real, and everyone came out of that unscathed. I like to think that God's angels were probably somewhere around that.
100% on that one.
Somewhere around that vicinity. Jacob said when he saw them, this is God's camp. So he named the place a very Jewishy name, Manahaim. Manahaim. And what does Manahaim mean? It means dual camp. You guys are, come on. Gotta go here. It means the dual camp, which means there's God's camp and his camp, and they are together, God's people and his people. Manahaim. Jacob sent messengers before him to his brother Esau in the land of Seir, or Seir.
Which means filled.
It does mean filled.
Yep.
Very good, Nick. See, I knew we had the professor in here for a reason.
That's right.
He's from the country of Edom, though. We talked about that last week. Edom means red. They were Edomites, which was just really that they're descendants of Esau. I don't know why they didn't call them Esauites, except that Esauite doesn't quite sound right.
He's all right.
Is he okay? He's all right.
Oh, man. He's already going. It's the first episode.
He also commanded them, saying, Thus you shall say to my lord Esau, Thus saith your servant Jacob, I have sojourned with Laban, stayed until now. I have oxen and donkeys and flocks, male and female servants, and I have sent to tell my lord that I may find favor in your sight. Last thing he wanted was a confrontation when he sees his brother.
Yeah, and even what he's telling the servants is very telling. He said, his servant Jacob. Not like, your brother.
Yeah, I'm your
Jacob.
servant, you are my Lord.
Yeah.
He actually, it's wonderful the way he worded it. Messengers returned to Jacob saying, we came to your brother. He's coming to meet you. He has 400 men. It's a little intimidating, Nick.
You told him I'm his servant, right?
Yeah, right. You said the Lord part, the servant.
Yeah.
I come in peace. Me smoking peace pipe. Yeah. 400 men.
Talk about a welcome.
Pretty daunting.
Talk
400
about
men.
a welcome wagon.
Yeah. My goodness.
400 men on 100 camels. Then Jacob was greatly afraid, as he probably should have been, and distressed. Yeah, he divided the people who were with him into two companies. Basically, if Esau wipes one of them out, we've got another company that escaped. I mean, he's really in a lot of fear.
Oh, absolutely. But here's the thing. What did God tell him, though?
Verse 9. That's exactly right, Abe. Jacob said, O God of my father Abraham and God of my father Isaac, O Lord, who said to me,
Yes.
Return to your country and to your relatives, and I will prosper you. I am unworthy of all the loving kindness and of all the faithfulness which you have shown to your servant. Now, doesn't this show real repentance? This is real conversion.
Absolutely.
Like I say, you can say whatever you want about Jacob. He probably was quite a little, something else when he was growing up.
Yeah.
But he has come to know God, and he has come to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. He wants to do the right thing by his brother, and he wants to trust in God. And he also realizes he is nothing, and that God is everything.
And another thing, he's seen what it's like to be tricked. He's got a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah.
So he's had other things to mature him.
Very good. I do think he learned a lot from Laban.
Yeah.
So, that's me in the mirror. I need to stop that.
Wives and handmaidens, am I like that? Oh, I am? Okay.
If it's 10 people coming, he ain't really worried. But there's 400.
Abe, what do you think about verse 10, where it says, For with my staff only I crossed this Jordan, and now I have become two companies? Do you think there's any indication that somehow God helped his crossing with that staff?
Absolutely.
You realize this is 300 years before Moses will part the Red Sea with a staff.
Yeah.
So I just found that a little odd. Now, it doesn't say he parted the Jordan or anything like that. They wouldn't walk over. In fact, they actually crossed at Jabbok, which is another little river that dumps into the Jordan. They crossed there and then crossed the Jordan later. So I just, thought that was kind of cool.
That is.
Deliver me, I pray, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him that he will come and attack me and the mothers with the children. For you said, I will surely prosper you and make your descendants as the sand of the sea, which is too great to be numbered. So he is going to trust in the Lord to do what the Lord does.
Yes, he does.
He spent the night there. He selected from what he had with him a present for his brother Esau. How you like this present? 200 female goats and 20 male goats. That's all you need. That's 10 to 1.
Yep.
That's all you need. You breed.
Yeah.
The male goats will breed with the female goats, and the only reason you need all that many females is to have kids. Have kid goat. And they really do have kids, don't
Yeah.
they?
Saying, oh man, you on it today.
Yeah.
Thanks, Abe. Verse 16, he delivered them into the hand of his servants, every drove by itself, and he said to his servants, pass on before me, put a space between droves. Is that my phone?
Yeah.
Probably is. I don't think I turned it. Yeah, I did turn it off at least. I got to put it up back here. He commanded the one in front, saying, when my brother Esau meets you and asks you, saying, to whom do you belong, and where are you going, and to whom do these animals in front of you belong, then you shall say. I mean, he gives them a script, don't he, Abe?
Yeah.
These belong to your servant, Jacob. Esau's like, so in other words, these are my. These are mine.
So these are my sheep.
Okay, I got you. It is a present sent to my lord Esau, and behold, he also is behind us. And by the way,
He's coming.
He's back there.
Yeah.
Then he commanded also the second and the third, and all those who followed the drove, saying, after this manner you shall speak to Esau when you find him. So every time Esau comes to another group, they say the same thing. These all belong to your servant, Jacob, and he's back there in the back somewhere. He's shaking. Probably still in his tent. After this, all right, so verse 20, and you shall say, behold, your servant Jacob also is behind us. There you go. So Jacob thinks that this will appease him with the present that goes before him, and then afterward I will see his face. Perhaps he will accept me. So the present passed on before him while he himself spent that night in the camp. All right. He arose the same night, took his 2 wives and his 2 maids and his 11 children. Once again, we get a different vernacular. What does it say in the King James? What does verse 22 say in the King James?
It says, and he rose up that night and took his 2 wives and his 2 woman servants and his 11 sons and passed over the fjord Jabbok.
So once again, it does not say that Jacob had 4 wives. Jacob had 2 wives. And the only reason he had 2 wives is because of Laban.
Yep.
He really only wanted 1 wife, but he ended up with 2.
Yep.
And we talked about that. We talked about this.
Yeah, but he earned them, though. 7 years apiece. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
He put his work in, no pun intended.
But we did talk a little bit, I remember one particular episode, a little bit about polygamy. And that's important because I don't really believe the Bible promotes relationships with more than 1 wives. More than 1 wives. See you tomorrow. I hate Mondays.